Week 1 of training camp is officially over for the Denver Broncos, and there are some players who are getting a lot of attention. What is up, everybody? It is Mile High Mac here, and today we're going to be talking about an undrafted rookie running back who you should be excited about headed into preseason. But before we do get started with the video, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe for more Denver Broncos content on the channel. But let's get straight into the video. So the player I will be talking about today is Jaleel McLaughlin, an undrafted rookie running back the Broncos signed. McLaughlin played football at Youngstown State, where he became the NCAA all-time rushing leader with over 8,000 yards. That is some video game stats. Now, he is a smaller running back. He is 5'7", 187, but that doesn't matter because he is very fast and he relies on his burst and wiggle to stack up touchdowns. McLaughlin was expected to be drafted after he had a great pro day, and many analysis predicted he would be a 6th-round pick, so the Broncos may have landed a gem. He hasn't been the running back that is getting all the headlines due to the fact that Javonte Williams has been a full participant in camp, but Sean Payton sees something special in him. This is what Sean Payton had to say about him. He has a little burst and there's some toughness to him. When you put the pads on players for the first day, then you really get an appreciation of how they look in pads. It's hard to measure that when they're not in pads. Today was that day where you're just looking around at everyone and how they carry the pads. It'll be a good stretch for him though. He's a guy that's really important. Another reason Payton has been impressed is because he has been one of the first players in the building every day. He's the first one here, Payton said. I don't know what time he gets here in the morning, but it's pretty early. He's a guy who you root for. He's shifty and he has a good change of direction. McLaughlin has the ability to break any playoff for a big gain or a touchdown. He's not only a good running back, but he also has the ability to run routes and catch the checkdown passes. As I said, Jaleel has been impressing everyone at camp with multiple long runs. So far in camp, he has had multiple 50-yard touchdowns and nobody has even touched him. He is currently fighting for a roster spot behind Tyler Beatty and Tony Jones. Javonte Williams and Samaje Perine are already locks to make the team, but 3 guys are fighting for that 3rd spot. I think so far McLaughlin is likely to make the 53-man roster, but the big test for him will be the preseason games. Another interesting thing about McLaughlin is he has been in the mix of getting punt return and kick return reps for the team, which is another reason why I think he makes the 53-man roster. Usually receivers are returning punts, but Jaleel has been in the mix with Michael Bandy, Kendall Hinton, Marvin Mims, and Montrell Washington. Montrell Washington has been impressive in camp, so I think him or Marvin Mims will be the main returner, but having other options like Jaleel, who has the ability to return punts, is good because the other guys fighting for the spot, Tyler Beatty and Tony Jones, they aren't getting reps in the return game, so if McLaughlin can get reps in special teams, he will definitely make the roster over the others. The Broncos have had success with undrafted players making the roster. 18 of the past 19 years, an undrafted rookie has made the Broncos roster, according to Mike Kliss. Sean Payton will probably have 3 or 4 running backs on the roster, and Jaleel can make a name for himself this season because of the running game Sean Payton is famous for. This offseason, the Broncos have added running back Samaje Perine, fullback Michael Burton, a blocking tight end Chris Manhertz, and 2 offensive linemen Mike McGlinchey and Ben Powers. Sean Payton is going to want to run the ball often, and having a speedy guy like McLaughlin who can rip off a big play on any given down is huge to have. Payton and his staff have placed an emphasis on running the ball all the way back to his New Orleans days. There were 11 seasons where Sean Payton's rushing attack offense ranked top 10 in total rushing touchdowns and top 5 in total rushing yards. Payton had to say this about the running game. I think it has to be part of our DNA, and we felt that way in New Orleans. I think the 2 greatest allies for good quarterback play are a running back and a good defense. I think it's a tough position to play if you're not running the ball well, and then obviously it becomes tougher if you're not stopping anyone. That's going to be important to what we do as long as I'm here. I just think that's important to win it in our league. The main 2 backs Sean Payton has used was Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram. Those 2 will be Javonte Williams and the Samaje Perines, but there was a similar player that Sean Payton had in the offense like Jaleel. And that player was Darren Sproles, who was 5'6", 190, so almost identical to Jaleel. Sproles was used as a receiving option out of the backfield or handed off to, so he could be the same type of player. Philip Lindsay was also an undrafted running back, and he ran for 1,000 yards in his rookie season, so hey, you just never know what these undrafted guys can do. So McLaughlin is quickly making a name for himself as a lightning quick playmaker, and I think we should start calling him Jaleel McLightning. Let me know what you guys think of that. So yeah, I'm super excited to see how he does in the preseason. I think he can make the 53-man roster. It's going to be very exciting if he does because he has the ability to just turn any play into a big game. But that's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more content. Mile High Mac out.